Audience, Carter Ruska, Blinn dropout, Omar Taub, Blinn student, Jackie Sims, Blinn student. The benefits of learning a new language are countless. One thing that I've always wanted to do is learn a new language. Today, I'm going to talk about why I haven't tried to learn a new language before, what my plan is to learn a new language, and how I'm going to do it. So my first time I tried to learn a new language was in school. I took Spanish for 2 years in high school, and I took Spanish 1 year in middle school. After I got the credit, I stopped taking it because I felt like it wasn't really a necessity in life. When I took Spanish throughout these years, I never really paid attention. I would usually just sleep or talk to my friends and never really tried to really learn the language. This is one reason why I never fully learned Spanish, even though I took the course. Due to me messing around and not paying attention in class, I didn't get the best grade in Spanish. I got a C. I would just sleep and talk to my friends instead of really trying to take in the knowledge. If I paid attention, I would have learned a lot more and not just the basics. I realized that I really wanted to learn Spanish when I went to the beautiful city of Cabo San Lucas. I didn't speak Spanish, but a lot of my friends did. For example, there's this girl that we met in Mexico that only spoke Spanish and not much English. My friend, since he spoke Spanish, got to talk to her, and I didn't. My plan to learn Spanish was to download an online course like Rosetta Stone. Since I have to worry about my other classes, I felt that it would be a good side class to take that wouldn't really mess with my schedule. What I will do differently this time is actually pay attention to the course, unlike high school. I plan to spend an hour a day studying and fully learning the lessons. If I fully apply myself and then put in the time, I feel like I can fully learn Spanish. I then plan to keep practicing. I will practice the terms around my house every chance I get. Practice makes perfect, and that is the key to learning a new language. I plan to speak Spanish with my Spanish-speaking friends also to really help me practice. I predict that if I follow my plan completely, then I can really learn the language. I don't have any fears because I've tried to learn Spanish before, but with me studying and practicing, I predict that me learning Spanish will be a breeze and a fun and good learning experience. One issue that I may come into with learning Spanish is the amount of time. I got this speech a couple of weeks ago, and I need more than just a couple of weeks to fully learn the language and be fluent in it. So what I did was sign up for an online course called Duolingo. The website helps people learn other languages online. They give lessons, homework, and practice assignments to help you learn another language. I signed up and started taking the lessons for Spanish. It's a great website because it really helps you learn, and it's completely free. So for about 2 weeks, for 1.5 to 2 hours a day, I completed these lessons. They were pretty basic and really helped me refresh on the little Spanish that I already knew. I learned a lot of basic vocabulary and how to form sentences and ask questions in Spanish. Taking these lessons taught me a lot of Spanish in the span of 2 weeks. But I didn't just learn the lessons, I then spent my free time studying the lessons. I learned that in high school that since I didn't study, I didn't fully learn this Spanish class. I didn't make the same mistake this time. I studied and fully understood what was happening. After 2 weeks of studying, I felt that I'd really learned Spanish and mastered the basics. I learned how to ask questions and answer basic questions. Although it's just a start, I learned a lot of Spanish in just the span of 2 weeks, so I feel that I can continue my journey and be fluent in Spanish. When I felt comfortable, I decided to put my Spanish to the test. Me and my roommates decided to go to the best and most authentic taco place in College Station, Taqueria El Sol de Mexico. I then went and spoke Spanish and ordered in complete Spanish. Although it was a small step, it was a big accomplishment in my eyes. I feel like I gained a lot from this experience. Learning a new language really embraces and enhances your brain. This experience made me feel a lot smarter and makes me want to really apply myself in many other things. If I put as much effort as I did into learning this language into everything, I feel like I could do anything. If I were to do this differently, there was only a couple issues. The main issue is I did not have enough time. According to Diane Minardi and How Long Does It Take to Learn a New Language, she said it takes 575 hours to fully learn Spanish. I did not nearly have that amount of time, and I would definitely put more time into it if I were to do it differently. One other thing I would do differently is not take an online course. Although it was a great tool to use, I feel like if I had a real in-life tutor, I could fully learn the language and learn it more correctly. I would suggest if anyone wanted to learn another language, to get a real tutor. In conclusion, I had a great time learning Spanish, and I plan to keep going on and fully learn the language until I'm completely fluent, because it opens so many doors in life, and I would suggest anyone and everyone to learn a second language. Gracias. Adios.